Hello, Super Scholars. Today is Monday, January 11th. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend and that you are back and ready for a day of learning. Okay, so our learning target and success criteria for today is I am learning to identify text features when I read a nonfiction text. Your success criteria tells you what you need to be able to do to reach that learning target. So, this is what you need to be able to identify these text features down here. Table of contents, labels, captions, and headings. So we are identifying text features. The ones that you are working towards are table of contents, labels, captions, and headings. All right. Some important vocabulary is a text feature. A text feature is all of those extra little bits that are put into nonfiction text to help the reader understand what they are reading and give them sometimes a little bit more information than what the actual words do. We have headings, captions, and bold words. The headings are at the beginning of each section and they introduce a new topic. And sometimes you even find them in different colors or in really big print. And it's to kind of announce, like, hey, look at me, I'm a brand new topic. You are leaving from one topic and moving into another. Captions are found in pictures. They're not the same as labels. Labels are usually just one word telling you what one thing is. A caption tells you what is happening in the picture or what you are seeing in the picture. And I'm going to catch myself because it's not usually a picture. Usually it's a photograph. A caption is for a photograph. And then bold words. Bold words are those words that are inside of the regular text but they are a little bit bigger, like just barely, and way darker. So this week, we are going to be working as chefs. So we're going to learn all about food. I'm so excited because I love food. I know if you're from my class, you love food too, particularly pizza. All right, so if you are going to be working as a chef, what tools does a chef need? Think about it. A chef needs their chef hat, their aprons, and a spatula. So make sure you put all those on so that you are ready for our lesson. Okay. On this next slide, you're going to see a few pictures. I want you to think, what do you notice? So what are you seeing? And what do you wonder? What are some questions that you have? Remember, our question words are who, what, when, where, and why. So as you're looking at this picture, what do you notice and what questions do you have? You're going to have about a minute and then we're going to talk about some things. What do you notice and what do you wonder? I notice that there are some potatoes. I love potatoes. Do you love potatoes? There's a cow. There is a chicken, some corn, tomatoes, and I wonder if that is salt or if it's sugar. It kind of looks like salt in the bowl, but I've never seen salt in cubes. I've seen sugar cubes, so I'm wondering if that means it's sugar. What do you notice? Or what questions do you have? Okay. Do you know anything about these three particular pictures? We have a hen with some eggs, corn, and a cow. Do you know any foods that we can make from these? Have you ever had an omelet? How is a hen related to an omelet? I want you to think. So here's the hen down here. How is a hen related to an omelet? And if you've not had an omelet is made out of eggs. Look at this picture. What do you see that hen sitting on? And then what about the corn? What can you use corn for? All right, and now we have potatoes and sugar, I think. Yep, sugar and tomatoes. What can you make from these different foods? Um, I know, Miss Martinez told you I love potatoes. If I go to McDonald's, I can get some French fries. Um, so those are one of my favorite potato things. What about sugar? How can you change or adapt sugar to make something else? How many of you love cake or ice cream or cookies? Why do you think they're so sweet? How do you think they get so sweet? Yeah, people use sugar. So that's how you can change sugar to make something else. What about tomatoes? Does anyone love tomato soup? I love tomato soup. That's one way you can change tomatoes into something else. Okay. So we are going to be reading a nonfiction text. And as we're reading our nonfiction text, which means real life, we're going to be looking closely at text features. Remember, text features are important because they help the reader understand what they're reading, what they're seeing, and they give us a little more information that's not included in what the text says. So we're going to read, where does our food come from? And before we do that, we're going to just look through it and look at some of the pictures. I do want to point out, though, that you are going to see four important text features in this book. One, you're going to see headings. Two, you're going to see bold print. Three, captions. And four, labels. Okay. So first, listen to the title. Where does our food come from? What do you know so far about that topic or about that question? Where does our food come from? Let's go ahead and pull up the book. And if you click on it, you'll be able to pull it up yourself as well. It looks like I need to log in first, so let me do that. All right, where does food come from? And we're just gonna take a quick little picture walk slash text feature walk. And the first text feature I see is our table of contents. The table of contents is exactly what it says. It is a table that tells you what is inside the book. And it usually does that by giving you the headings. And so it looks like we have quite a few parts of this book. What do you eat? Grain foods, growing grains, vegetables are great. What do you think we're going to learn about in that section? Fabulous fruits, help from bees. I wonder if we're going to see some bees on that page. Sweet plants, foods from animals, healthy choices, and did you know? So this is our table of contents. A table of contents lets us know what headings or sections are in the book. And it kind of gives us a peek at what we're going to learn about. Okay. So on this page, I see quite a few text features. And the first one I'm going to point out is this heading. Now, remember, I said sometimes the heading will be a different color and it will be way bigger than all the other words. And look at that. What do you eat? So this heading is introducing the topic, what do we eat? Okay, and again, there's tons of text features on this page. We have another heading. Let me move my video out of the way. Another heading, grain foods. Bold print. Now look at how these are different. This is just barely bigger than the other words and it's darker. This is humongous compared to the other words and it's a completely different color. Then we have some labels. Remember, labels are just a few words. It's usually not a full sentence telling us what is in each photograph. Let's keep looking. And here is another heading, a label, a photograph, and we even have kind of like a diagram over here. Okay. So once again, heading. I do want to point out these are captions versus up here you see a label. So inside of the photograph here is just words. There's not a full sentence. It just says apple tree. But down here, you see a full sentence, a complete thought, capital letter at the beginning and punctuation at the end. Strawberries grow in fields. Bananas grow in hot places. So that is what's going to help you find the difference between a label and a caption. A label is just one or two words. A caption is a full sentence. Here's another heading, some bold print words. Here's some labels with arrows. And then you see more as you go through the text. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. All right. Oh, sorry about that. It's taken me the wrong way. I need to go backwards. Okay, so once you go through this book, paying really close attention to all of the different text features, your job on your independent work is going to be to label all of those text features. So I'm going to just look at that really quick. So we pulled a page from the book, and it says, drag the text features to the correct spot on the page. So which one is the heading? Which one is bold print? Where are the labels? And where are the captions? All right, Super Scholars, I can't wait to see your great work today.